what's going on today. I am dyeing a blanket, a muslin throw blanket. I don't know how big it is, however big a throw blanket is. And I'm dyeing 5 yards of Osnaburg fabric for a ring sling. I'll leave links for all of my materials below. And I'll put links for, where I found how to do this and stuff. The first video I made of the first half of all of this work didn't save correctly, so we are starting from right here, and this is going to be, I'm going to show you how to tie the fabric real quick, and then application of the dye. From the beginning, basically you take your fabric and you need to soak it in a mixture of soda ash and water. Instead of using soda ash, I use washing soda. I use washing soda. It's a 1/2 cup per 1 gallon of water. So I filled up a bucket with 2 gallons of water, put a whole cup up, a little more than a cup. I don't think it has to be a precise science. I put my fabric in. It needs to soak at least an hour. Mine soaked for several hours. And I wrung it out real good so the fabric it's just damp. And then I started tying it off. The fabric's still a little damp because I put it in a plastic bag while I went and had dinner. And now I'm gonna tie off a couple more for the camera here and then set them up to dye. So yeah, let's do this. This blanket is going to sit in the muck, the drippings of the other blanket that I'm going to do. So I'm going to kind of try to stand these guys up a little bit because I don't want them to dye too much. I mean, they can dye, but I'm gonna because the fabric still has soda ash on it, live soda ash, I do run the risk of burning myself or giving myself some sort of chemical reaction. It can hurt. I do have like a little scratch on my thumb, and it does kind of hurt. So, like I said, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. But through the power of movie magic, you will see by the end of the movie, unless my camera fails again, and then you won't see shit. So, for the next part, I'm going to wear gloves because I'm going to be handling raw dye, and if I put it on my hands, I don't know if I still have any. I dyed my fingers green the other day from dyeing fabric barehanded. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of having fun. Next, I'm going to bunch my fabric for my ring sling, and I'm going to actually put it on top of this. Oh, my hands are freaking, oh, it's so hot in here. Okay, well, let's start bunching. So you want it loose, but it needs to stay over the container, so all the drippings go into the container. Now we have our little cage. We get some ice. You can do dye first and then ice. You have more control over where the dye goes that way. I've done that once before. I kind of want to see how this goes. So I'm going to add a thick layer of ice. I'm going to add a layer of ice, I guess. I'm going to do it kind of thick because my fabric has dried out significantly because of all the tying I did. As I checked on this, I could kind of tell that it wasn't, that I didn't have enough black. And when I flip it over, I can see on the other side that it did not go through all the way. And I'm really not sure if it's because I think I didn't have enough dye. So I'm going to add some more dye right now. I need more dye. So I'm going to add more dye. And then add more ice. And we'll see what happens. That sucks because it just adds to the waiting time. So yesterday after the ice melted, I put my baby gate in a garbage bag so it can batch, and I've put it out in the sun. It was out in the sun all day yesterday, and I moved it back out this morning. And I might rinse this one tonight or tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. This one that's inside the bucket, I'm getting ready to rinse right now. I'm letting it. You can see all the liquid in the bottom. I'm just gonna hose it off in the backyard and we'll see what it looks like. So this is the completed Tide blanket. What you laying on? There's my shapes, which I totally expected to be circles. I'm not sure how this happened. And one thing I learned, and I'm still trying to figure out how to not have it happen again, but somehow, while doing the rubber bands or taking them off, I snagged the fabric pretty bad. There's several of these where there was rubber bands. Aiko, was it you? Some of these colors though are just awesome. And there you have it. Teeny little baby boy. On my really cool blanket. Okay, so it's morning, Friday the 29th. It's been 3 days since I started. Yes, eat your breakfast, please. This is what it looks like. It doesn't look like much, but we'll see. Let's start rinsing. Okay, here it is, mostly dry. I need to wash it, or no, it's mostly rinsed. I need to put it in the washing machine now. I'm expecting after washing that these spots will turn even whiter. Okay, so I've washed it in the washing machine and I'm soaking it in the tub now because I want to get all the dye out. You can see there's still purple coming off of it, even though it's been rinsed and rinsed and washed and washed. And it's very important to get this dye out because if you're making a baby carrier like I am, you don't want the baby sucking that out of the fabric if the baby decides to suck on the carrier, which babies do. So it's very important that I rinse and rinse and rinse and soak and soak. Soaking it seems to help it release. So I will drain this probably and fill the water again and let it soak some more until it stops releasing dye. So this is it. Dyed and dried, washed. I got all the color out of it. And it's not long enough for a wrap, so I'm probably going to make it into 2 ring slings. It's funny, out of all that color, my 2 favorite spots is this corner right here, that down there. I don't know, I like it all. And there's Renjiru. We need to mow the lawn. That's it.